Welcome back. Week 2 of channeling the divine feminine. I'm going to do the spread that Courtney created, and I am going to use the Cozy Witch this time. Never mind the background noise. My daughter just got home. So I'm going to use the Cozy Witch, which was one that I got from my sister. So I'm excited to use this one. And I'm going to use my Goddess Power Oracle for clarification. All right, let's dig in. Okay, so before we go into the video, I actually had recorded the my card pull, and then I watched Courtney's video. So what practice helps me hear my inner voice clearly? Let's just say if I am anxious, I have anxiety over anything, which comes from worry and does come from fear, then I don't think rationally and I don't think clearly. So I have to literally take a step back. Sometimes it does take a day of just not doing anything. Sometimes it takes a day of just, like I tell my sister, after I've had, a few days where I am, like burnout from doing too much, I'm like this, because I just need a reset. And just not even thinking about anything for a whole day, and just totally, like, it could be reading a fantasy book or just watching, something on TV that has nothing to do with me, will give me that reset. Going outside for a nice long walk. The only thing is when I go outside and I go for that nice long walk, I'm in my head. So sometimes it takes just getting out of my head and not thinking about a damn thing. And then the next day when I approach it, it's like having a reset. It's like rebooting the computer to have that moment of clarity. Because if I don't get away from it, if I don't give myself that breather, then the clarity may not come, or it takes longer to come. So I have learned over time that practice right there, that if I've had a little bit too much, then I just give myself a day of disconnection, unplugging from reality and immersing myself in someone else's reality, like TV. I know my hair is just wild. Or create a ritual to unblock your intuition, which we may have suppressed or world experience suppressed. Yeah, that's one of the things she asked in the video is, what is it that maybe the world has made you question? And yeah, the world definitely has. Like, you'll hear me speak now more than ever about my experiences. And in fact, I have decided to write a book, but I have to get it all out in my journal first. And that is writing everything down that I have ever experienced when it comes to a spiritual or supernatural event. Because now I realize that, it didn't have anything to do with being crazy. Yeah. So anyway, and that was a world, that was something that the world or society put on me. And I think that maybe not all, but my father who was diagnosed schizophrenic, and by the end of it was psychotic paranoid schizophrenic. My guess is he probably had a lot of things that he couldn't make sense of. And openly talking about, alien abduction, or talking to ghost, or, some type of an entity, or actually, predicting things, or just having visions, whatever they are. People either think it's of the devil, you know what I mean? Especially if you're from a religious family. They either think it has something to do with, demon work, demon possession. It's the work of the devil somehow. Witches are not, anyway. Yeah. So I would kind of keep my mouth shut. Not kind of, I did. I know I'm not alone in that. A lot of people keep their mouth shut because they don't want to be viewed as crazy. And now it's like, yeah, I'll take it. I am that crazy old broad that sees things, that was abducted, that's psychic. Yep, because it really doesn't matter what somebody else thinks anyway. The more that you know yourself, and the more that you understand yourself, and the more that you accept who you are, the more those abilities and the things, those gifts are more prevalent, and you trust them more. It's the self-doubt and worrying about somebody thinking you're crazy that'll keep you from experiencing those things. Experience them away. Be that kooky old lady. Because I guarantee when somebody needs advice, they're going to call the kooky old lady. Can you help me? Because nobody else can. Come on over. Let's figure it out together. All right, question 1 from the Wisdom from Within spread by Courtney. So how well do I listen to my intuition? How well? Eight of Wands. I think there's quite a few of those there. 8 of Wands. What happens when I ignore it? What happens when I ignore it? Oh, yeah. How does my inner wisdom communicate with me? How does my inner wisdom communicate with me? How does my inner wisdom communicate with me? Oh, yes. That is, yes. What helps me hear my inner voice clearly? Oh. Huh. Okay. Guidance from higher self. How can I trust you better? How can I trust my intuition better? This is definitely from my higher self. How can I trust my intuition better? How can I trust my intuition better? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So how well do I listen to my intuition? I have gotten really good at it. It's like that first thought, I'm like, yep, okay, I trust it. I trust it now, and I act on it. It's like I do act on it. And usually that first thought is right on. So, yeah, and it does. It comes very quickly. What happens when I ignore it? Well, if I ignore it, when I do, it's like I'm thrown off. I'm definitely thrown off. I feel the imbalance for sure. Let go of self-imposed limitations. And yes, there's a lot of self-doubt if I ignore it. How does my inner wisdom communicate? Yeah. My heart. Definitely my heart. What helps me hear my inner voice clearly? When I'm real about everything. When I do get in touch with, you know what I mean? When I'm real. When I am accountable for my feelings, you know what I mean? When I actually listen to my feelings, when I let myself feel, even when it's tough, you know? And guidance from my higher self. How can I trust you better? By just, again, remembering that it is, you know, it is that first thought. It's believing. It's almost like the fool that just leaps, you know. But let's get some clarification. And so this is the Goddess Power Oracle. Again, Cozy Witch, Goddess Power. So clarification. How about just that final message? Yeah, final message. Just the you know, that comforting validation for the reading. Oh, and there's one card there. Wow, Spider Woman co-creation. Well, let's see. That's 49. From the rich red earth, the Navajo goddess Spider Woman rises up to help you weave your dreams into the fabric of reality. She is here to remind you that your vision of the form of your desire is not as important as its essence. Knowing why you want to create something, what motivates you, what inspires you, and what beauty you're dreaming to bring to life is key at this time. Yes, absolutely. I've been going through like some of my old music, and you know, not all of it came from a happy place, you know what I mean? But it was still like, once I created it, it felt good. It felt I don't know. It's like I was really proud of that creation. And then it turned out beautifully. And then that whatever that period was that I went through, it's like I can look back on it now and it's like, I don't know, it was processed. It was put to rest, and there was something beautiful that came of it. Like, you know what I mean? The collective dream is being manifested by the co-creative relationship between your imagination and the universe. So call to the best within you and weave your world into being with intentionality and humility. Remember that you can't control the form. Accept life on life's term. When the goddess Spider Woman appears, she heralds the creation of a most beautiful dream that springs to life as if by magic. Stay with it. We need your dream to be added to the web of all creation. And you know what? I appreciate this message because with all of the music that I've created over the years, it's like that is still very much a part of me. You know, my vocals, my throat is, you know, my vocal cords are older, and before, you know, I shared with you guys when my the last guitarist I had played with, when he passed, it broke my heart. And sorry about the background noise. It broke my heart, and I thought, I must maybe. Is this a sign? Am I done? I'm not done. I'm not done. There's still more to create. I'm still gonna sing. I've just, you know, there are more important things right now that are that are taking precedence, and that is creating this legacy that I want to leave behind. And it is sharing what I've learned. You know, it's my crone wisdom. It's the hidden flame that I want to pass down. You know what I mean? It's that. It's everything. It's bringing psychochirology back to the world. You know, it's those things. But my music is still very much a part of me. In fact, I was working on another video where I took the song that was in my intro, or my channel intro, or whatever, the one that I shared with you guys. That one, I created a little video for the like, because I only used a little part of that song, but I created a video. And actually the song that I created the video for, I told my girls I want played at my funeral, because the way it was produced, the guitarist that was part of my band at that time, he's quite the maestro. He produced the whole album. He put this effect on it that sounded like I was speaking from the afterlife. You know what I mean? Like when we hear those, hear somebody speaking from the afterlife, it has that effect, kind of. He put that in the song. And so I'm like, and girls, I'm never going to be gone. You know what I mean? I'm never truly going to be gone. I will still be with you. And the song is called Here After All. So be looking for that, because I am gonna share that with you. And I added some pictures and some live recording of some stuff that you know, it doesn't match the song, but it was just some live recording, and I took the noise, the song itself that we were playing live, and muted that, and then it's all background to the Here After All, our original song when we were with the Rare Exceptions. But yeah, I'm going to share that with you, you know. And all of those songs came from a place of where, for inspiration, I would dig into memories. And some of them was just, you know, just from watching the news. And I would try to put myself in other people's shoes and just imagine what it felt like to be where they were. In fact, I have a song called Killer, that it's literally about, you know, someone who obviously had a little bit of a mental illness, and, you know, stuff from his childhood and, you know, loss and all that turned him into, quote unquote, a killer, which is just, anyway, it's just, I don't know, like CSI stuff, you know, Criminal Minds stuff. So anyway, and that song came from that, but it was, you know, my mind went to a very dark place, and I wrote the lyrics to that song. But you know what? When it was done, it was like, wow, I thought it was cool. Anyway, you know, I was in my 20s, so maybe 30s. I might have been 30 when I wrote that. I don't remember, but you know, it's all creation, and it comes from somewhere deep inside of you, you know. So yeah, it comes from the divine spark, I think. So anyway, you know, I think I mused quite a bit there. Thank you, Courtney. This work has been extremely liberating, extremely, how do you want to say, like, it's making me realize things. It's making me think. It's making me, you know, contemplate, speculate, and wonder, and all the things that I love to do. And then I'm wowed at, you know, knowing that the divine feminine, or the, you know, the divine spark, the Christos, the Kundalini, the serpent energy, the serpent, you know, all of that, whatever you want to call that, it's been within me climbing this whole time, you know, from the very beginning. It's been with me. It's been with you. It's been with all of us. And we create from that place. Okay. Thank you again. And I love you.